Unveiling the shadows, Laura, an architect renowned for constructing marvels, stood trembling, her finger hovering above the play button. Her phone displayed a frantic message from Tim, an intern at her husband's recording studio. Listen to Gentle Betrayal by JonC. Urgently. Listen closely. Be safe, Laura. She pressed play. The melodic strumming of a guitar serenaded her as JonC's smooth, haunting voice began to sing. A song that was cherished by millions as a soulful pop ballad suddenly unveiled itself as a sinister revelation to Laura. Sister, I penned down this mournful symphony. In the mansion's shadow, a plot whispers deadly. A secret born from dark, deceitful fantasy. Oh, my hands craft the tunes of your looming tragedy. Laura's breath hitched as the intimate details of her daily routines and secret fears were crooned in JonC's melancholic voice. Her heart thundered, recognizing the melody as a secret testament of her husband Michael's treacherous intent. He, an audio engineer, and JonC, a pop star icon, had conjured a malevolent plan, masked by the success of a chart-topping hit. Undeterred by the swelling dread within her, Laura's architectural acumen swiftly morphed the luxurious mansion into a sanctuary of traps and deceptive shadows. As the song progressed, the confession unfolded, intertwining with the melody that once brought tears to her eyes for its perceived beauty. Brother, within these walls, your secret's safe, a bond forged in shadow, a deadly strait. The stage is set. Her final night draws near. In a symphony of sorrow, she'll disappear. Laura's fingers flew across her phone, a desperate message to her brother Leo. Danger. Michael. JonC plotting. Can't explain. Need you. Dawn. Be careful. She then slipped into the darkness, every creak and whisper magnified by the pulsating fear and determination coursing through her veins. As the front door groaned open, Laura, now a spectre within her own home, watched from the shadows as Michael, accompanied by JonC, stepped into the lethal narrative they had crafted for her. Her heart pounded as she watched them navigate through the dark, pausing at every calculated misdirection, their frustration mounting with each failed attempt to locate her. The predators had unwittingly become prey within the trap-laden maze of her creation. In the recesses of the mansion, Laura continued to elude them, each tick of the clock bringing her closer to either salvation or an unthinkable end. Dear listeners, a melody from darkness springs as she wrestles with the unseen deadly strings. Her eyes, once trusting, now dart in fright. Yet unbeknownst, she's the phantom in the night. In the clandestine dark, Laura waged a silent war against the ticking clock and the malevolent forces ensnaring her. The mansion whispered stories of deception and desperate survival through its creaking floors and rustling curtains, an unwilling spectator to the deadly game unfolding within its walls. The darkness began to wilt as the first hints of dawn whispered through the horizon. Leo, with resolve etching his features, approached the ominous mansion, oblivious to the horror that unfolded within. Inside, the eternal melody lingered, the outcome yet suspended in a delicate balance between the veiled confessions of a pop ballad and the unyielding spirit of a woman scorned. Through the labyrinthine hallways of the mansion, where luxurious decor now served as silent witnesses to the unfolding dark theatre, Laura moved, a ghost in her own life's tragic play. Oh sister, your steps, they echo in silent pleas through the mansion's mournful, deceitful seas. Yet unknown to me, to us, you weave your own dark plot. In the hollowed shadows, your retaliation is wrought. As Michael and JonC confounded by her evasive maneuvers, stumbled through the dark. Their whispers of confusion and frustration were sweet symphonies to Laura's ears. The traps she set with meticulous care held them at bay, turning every second that ticked by into a victory, however minor it may be. Laura's heart raced as she hovered in the shadows, every breath a calculated risk. She could hear them, voices whispering in venomous hushed tones, plotting, reassessing. Her mind raced, seeking another way to ensure her survival until dawn. In a distant part of the mansion, a sharp cry echoed. A trap triggered, a victory however small for Laura. Her heart swelled with a mixture of dread and grim satisfaction as the frantic shuffling of footsteps followed the sound. She had bought herself time, but at what cost? Brother, the noose we've spun entangles us instead in her defiance. She's not the one who'll end up dead. The shadows cast, play tricks, betray our ghastly deed. Our murderous symphony fails to bloom from the seed. As the early light of dawn timidly kissed the horizon, Leo arrived, his senses engulfed by an unsettling stillness that veiled the mansion. His steps, careful and deliberate, echoed softly as he cautiously navigated through the looming entrance, his every sense alert for signs of his sister or her treacherous husband. Laura, sensing a shift in the atmosphere, dared a whisper through the clandestine communication system she had rigged. Leo, her voice, a ghostly melody amidst the tension, trust no one, not even the walls. The disembodied voice jolted Leo, his eyes flickering with a blend of confusion and understanding. He moved silently, blending into the tapestry of shadows and deceit that enshrouded the mansion. And so, the macabre dance persisted. A trio of shadowy figures gliding through the darkness, each entwined in a melody of their own creation and destruction. JonC, once a cherished voice of melancholy and romance, now cursed himself, a puppet entrapped in a symphony of impending doom. Michael, once the conductor of this sinister orchestra, now floundered, snared by his own malicious overture. Laura, once the intended victim of a dark serenade, now orchestrated her own counter-melody, her spirit refusing to be silenced by the haunting strains of gentle betrayal. As the first light pierced through the mansion's somber countenance, the final act was yet to unfold, its resolution hanging in a delicate balance, suspended within the eerie silence that lingered between each heartbeat.